Greetings and salutes, everyone. I have brought us back into the studio because we're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to do some shopping. I'm excited. Yeah. So, what is going on, everybody? How are you doing this evening, fellow tree dwellers? And those have yet to subscribe, which you should. Smash that button down there, hit the like, all that fun jazz. Let's see who we got in the chat so far. We got Crazy Jason. What's going on, my friend? And then we have Mr. Henry Tinkler. Hello. What's up, Jason? Get to the bottom of the chat. Prime Tech, what's going on? Glad to have you here. All right, everybody. So I'm just going to roll through as everybody files in. We're just going to do the tertiaries as per usual. So the last number I saw that we were at was 919 subscribers. Hell yes. Good job, everybody. But we're not yet there to the next goal of 1,000 subscribers to, have that battle mystery box independent versus big box retailer mystery boxes. We want to see that. I want to see it. You want to see it. I mean, yeah, does it give me an opportunity to buy more Airsoft stuff? Yeah, sure. Why not? But it is what it is. That's what we do here. So anyway, let's get up to 1,000 subscribers, guys. And, get that next unboxing going. Also, if you have not already, please join the Discord. Task Force Shrubbery. Link is in the pinned comment down below or in the description of the video. Go over there, hang out with other crazy weirdos like me. We're all Airsoft nerds and nerds of other flavors as well. Video game, movie nerdery, all that other stuff. We hang out and play video games and just shoot the schnitzel, as I say. So come join us over there sometime. Click the link. Come hang out. And that's where you can also support the channel by getting your Squirrely Nuts Airsoft merch by picking up a Roadkill rag or ordering a custom tie-dye shemagh. I don't have any patches. Boo. But go over there. You can do a merch request. Cutter, good to have you, my friend. Good to have you. And, yeah, that's all I got for tertiaries, guys. Oh, no, I got one more thing, because I'm going to mention it because it's coming up on a close, and it is also tied into the theme of tonight, as well as until it is done moving forward. Guys, join me Monday nights for the Resident Evil Requiem, because we're coming up near to the close, and this is going to be the last game that I stream on the channel. So let's go out with a bang. Let's boost those numbers, get some new viewers in. Airsoft or not, who cares? But this may be a kind of rolling theme that we do going forward after tonight, because I like this idea and it is something I already do. But anyway, guys, join me Monday nights for the Resident Evil Requiem stream. It's coming up on the end. We're in Raccoon City with Leon right now. So yeah, join me and find out the questions that need to be answered of what is left hidden there in the bowels of Raccoon City. But yeah, leading on from that, done with the tertiaries there. All right, so in the title it says, let's build a loadout. Now, I've been talking on the game streams. Young one, good to have you. Been talking on the game streams. And we spoke on last Wednesdays about building a Leon kit from Resident Evil Requiem. Now, I have done some pre-shopping here, but we're going to take you to the interweb browsers, and we're going to discuss some things that I've found to put this together. Now, there's going to be some slight modifications and whatnot. I don't have every little bit and bob that I was really wanting to nail down, because I think I might actually put this together, because the more I work on it, the more I like it. Minus the fact of not liking Leon, but the kit itself as it's coming together is really, I can work it. But yeah, I've pieced some things together. I'm going to start off by saying, before we get into this, guys, not sponsored by everybody, and I am using a host of different websites to piece this stuff together. And there are some pieces that are missing that we will discuss as we move forward. So everybody put on your thinking caps. If you haven't already had some ideas before, go ahead and bring them to the table. Now, if you guys have been paying attention on the live streams on Mondays, we've been kind of looking at what Leon's carrying, and I've put this together based on what I would think would be easier to carry on the airsoft field that would also be useful of what he does carry. I have made little adjustments for pricing reasons. Some things, I mean, yes, some things will be more expensive than you would think, or I normally go the cheap route, but you know, this is going to be the fuck it we ball in a way. I will look up when we get to that discussion on one of the more expensive options, but we'll get there. We'll get there, everybody. We'll get there. So, and moving forward, you know, this, if you guys like this, let me know, and we'll think of other things from like movies or video games that we can piece together, and then we can go together on Airsoft. You know, we can go through these websites, and I can put together little build kits on what you could do to like cosplay stuff, because I also like building cosplay stuff. So this is kind of up my alley. And I hope the rest of you nerds would appreciate it and come along this journey. Whew. Too much. So you guys ready? I'm ready. So we're going to go changing camera perspective now. Oh, look, I'm down in the corner. I'm down in the corner now. Hi, I'm over here. I don't like that. So we're gonna move to that side. Yep, I just moved my head. So we're gonna roll into this, everybody. I hope you're with me. Bear with me. So, all right. Nope. No. Go back. I'm not ready for you yet. You wait your turn, sir. I'm actually going to switch. We're going to come back to this list, guys. We're going to come back to this list. I'm going to start off with the number one piece de resistance that already exists from the game for sure, minus another thing that we're going to look into. But this would be numero uno on the list of where I would start with my Resident Evil Requiem build, just because I think the fact that they threw this in the game was an interesting touch. So this is the Maxim 9, right? And the replica itself has a built-in tracer, which is by itself awesome. And for the price, yeah, cool. You can also get it in CO2. So you can work, you know, if you are in the colder climates, you can buy the CO2 and not have to worry about, you know, the cold stuff. But in the game, this area here is tan. And obviously what I would do, I would just paint it. I would just paint it, to be honest. I would look up the reference photos from the game, take screenshots, and I would match paint. So this would actually end up being like a tan, because I don't think you can get this in tan. No, you can't. So paint job it would be, and I like doing paint jobs. But yep, we're looking at $240 for piece number one. And if you guys want to keep track of this, we can. I'm not right now. But if you guys want to keep track of this and do this yourself, go ahead, take screenshots, take suggestions, write stuff down, do whatever you like. If you want to build a Leon kit for yourself, I'm not restricting this from anybody. I'm not saying you can't. And actually, I guarantee there are some people already out there that have done it. I know people have already built stuff up for cosplay. But if this is something that you want to run on the airsoft field, these are going to be suggestions that I offer. Okay, I'm using my phone for the chat because I'm completely enveloping my screen with what's going on. So CO2 cracks a little harder too. It does, Cutter. But it's the options there. So you know this is also a dual power system. I do Not no. Let's see. Ambidextrous, compatible with TM standard spec gas blowback inners and buckings. Okay, okay. So it's TM spec. So you can upgrade the internals easily. Micro red dot ready. But yeah, I think I would probably just get it in the green gas version. You also have super awesome packages on here where you can bundle things together. How much are magazines? Magazines are $45 a piece. So magazines for the Maxim 9 are $45 a piece. But yeah, you're looking at $240 for this replica. For the start of your Leon kit. We can also talk about the alligator snapper as well, which I think would be a high kappa. That would be a better option. Now we're gonna go critical item number 2. Actually, you know what? No. Where was I? Yeah, no. Critical item number 2. Item number 2. So, Leon is heavily focused in Resident Evil to have a melee weapon. And he carries an axe that he can sharpen and blah 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 to quick fend off zombies, or if he runs low on ammo, he has something to still hold his ground. So we're gonna this is a trainer, so it should be a rubber head. This is a rubber head, and this would be the closest, easiest thing that I can think of that would represent the little axe that the little combat axe that Leon carries. And we do have a second option as well. So this is a dual tier thing. And for $20 for and some fields might not allow this, so it might just be a cosmetic thing that stays on your kit that just looks cool. Make sure to clear this with your field that you can use that. Obviously abide by all your melee replica rules and whatnot for your field or event that you go to with this kit. But this is going to be a really high quality, last you a long time. Nice little replica axe to put on your kit to make it really look cool, or have a melee option to run up and tap and get your silent eliminations. Option number 2 on Amazon would be this thing. It's a rubber. I honestly like this design a lot better, if I'm going to be honest. The trench hawk thing, this is cool. It's more of a tomahawk. But this just looks meaner. And in the game, it does have more of a bearded head on the axe. So I would go with this one. That's just me. And again, $20 on Amazon. Some weird off-brand. But yeah, I think this one would be the one I would go with personally. But there's options here. There's that, or the trench hawk. Trench hawk is also a good option. Critical item number 2 for the Leon kit. There are molly rig holster systems for these out there. I believe this website here, Cold Steel, sells a holster system for this that will mount on molly or whatever your kit demands. So you can actually just mount it and it'll look cool and be awesome, and you can carry it around. But I do not have one in my list. It is still on the shopping thing. But you can find one relatively easily. Cutter, this is for Airsoft. Calm yourself. Eventually get a CO2 mag if you intend to use it in the freezing cold temperatures. Obviously, Prime Tech. I can maybe print that with soft filament I've been experimenting with. Actually, Prime Tech, Jason printed us some, they would be usable as rubber, acceptable Airsoft melee, replica spoons with, but the spoons are 3D printed and they're floppy like rubber. It is possible. Get with Crazy Jason. He can inform you how to do that, Prime Tech. But yeah, If you can 3D print it, yeah, it totally. I know there's ways to actually make the flex, because you got to guys got to remember, we're using this is I'm building this in all the idea within the idea of it being used for airsoft. So if you have the capability of creating a safe rubber like LARP melee replica and print it at home, awesome. Sell them. It's a good way to make some extra cash. Really good idea. But yeah, honestly, this is where I would go. This is the style that I would say go with. Or if you have the 3D Prime Tech, if you have the 3D print, grab like a screenshot from the game or a picture or something of it, and then you could, or if anybody else out there that has the 3D printing capability, screenshot it from the game, and then you could recreate it, and then boom, 3D print it, and you have a way more accurate piece. And you probably spent pennies on the dollar for it. It just is time. With that axe being rubber, it would be easy to carve into an exact replica of Leon's. Yeah, but you would cutter, if you did the carving, you would lose mass, so it would look smaller. It would end up shrinking in size. Because these, I already know for a fact, these aren't massive to begin with. You could in theory, and actually not in theory, you could in practice. Because I have done this myself, and people who do LARPing, like D&D LARPing, they craft foam replica weapons to do LARPing with. And I've made some myself in the past for costumes and whatnot out of foam. You could make your own, and it's not that hard to do. And honestly, it's, if you have plans on making other stuff, just buy some exercise floor matting, so you have a bunch and it's nice and thick, at least like 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch thick stuff is the best to work with, to be totally honest, because it gives you space to do a bit of sanding and fine detailing work, so you can smooth it out. Or you can just go online. There's all sorts of cosplay suppliers and retailers, and you can buy foam sheets at whatever thickness you like, and you can cut and carve from there. Wooden dowels and whatnot, and pad that out with a little bit of thin foam around that as well, and carve that up. And yeah, it's cosplay 101 when it comes to that stuff. It's time consuming, but it's worth it in the end, and you can get a lot more accurate portrayals of things that you want to do. But this is all essentially cosplaying as well, which we all cosplay, yet you don't. Some people don't realize that airsofting is cosplay, but it's military cosplay. This is adapting the actual cosplay into airsoft function, which people have already done with Star Wars events and like the Rev events and all that stuff. But I'm teaching you how to like essentially piece together something that actually I think people might overcomplicate in the end. But this is the kind of keep it simple, stupid method. Find the things that work. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. 2 seconds. Did I find a better one? I think I did. Ooh, I don't like that round tip. That round tip on the back, but that actually looks a little bit more like the one from the game. Shorter handle, but that kind of works. But that also, this round tip on the end here, that also means it's hard plastic. That might be a no-go. Because you can't take that off. That might be restricted to costumey piece just sits on your kit, because I know some airsoft fields, if this is hard plastic, you won't be able to use it. This would be clear with field, but that looks a little bit closer to the one in the game. Again, it has a bigger bearded section. It has a longer shaft for the axe as well. But anyway, I still like this one. I still like this one. This one also looks cool. Lancer Tactical made this one. Ooh, okay. Okay, Lancer, now that I'm looking at it, I like that. Chat, what do you think? What do you think? Lancer Tactical, did they do a good job? Because I'm kind of liking this. I'm digging this. But yeah, I like that one. I really do. And Lancer Tactical. Lancer, I may be a fanboy, but these guys, yep. Yeah. They do good work. They do good work. There's only 9 left in stock. Who knows? Maybe I get them to sell out. Lancer, if you watch this, you're welcome. It's cheaper on Airsoft GI. Aha! So GI, why? I don't want AI. Well, see? There you go. Speaking of GI, let's roll over there. I have a little list. Now, speaking of the Puron cosplay aspect of this. Black pants. I did the Condor Stealth Operators. They're $56. But any black combat pants, like this is what I would do, is the black combat pants. And then we roll over. In the game, he has a long sleeve. So you can find the Condor combat navy blue. It's navy blue. You can find the long sleeve. But I just have GI just had the short sleeve. But it's just, combat shirt. Yeah, it's $50. But as long as you get a combat shirt that's navy blue, boom, you got it. His looks like it's a little bit more snug fit, and Condor is a little bit more snug fit. But yeah, I mean, I can rock the short sleeve. His are rolled up. Like, you can see that he rolled his sleeves up and they cut off, like, right here. So, but basics, black boots and then black gloves. We go with his... The part of this build that pains me is it's all laser cut, and I hate laser cut. But Greyhawk double belt system. I like the Velcro stuff. But it's got your molly mounts. Laser cut molly on it. Nice, good. Actually, good price on that one. $32. Yeah, and Ammo Max, I use a lot of their holsters. So yeah. This would be a good battle belt for the kit. Funny enough, I have shirt exactly like that in Navy. Ha ha ha! See, Prime Tech, you're already in the right direction. And then I was thinking about it for like a holster retention system for magazines, and I was like, well, Leon's kind of a speedy boy, so make it a little bit more functional for quick reloads, competition style triple mag. And I went the cheap. You can get these in more expensive versions that do a lot. I mean, it's probably gonna give you the same whatever, but yeah, quicker reloads. Lancer Tactical, $21. Hey, why not? It's on sale. It's on sale for $21. But you can get a couple of these, have them set up, because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm doing SMG for this loadout, so you can also probably use these for your SMG magazines. So I think this would be a good idea for your magazine retention for the Leon route. It also depends on which primary you decide to run as well, because this is a 2-pistol loadout that we're doing, with one solid primary. You can pick different options. I'm going the SMG build on this one, but you can do the shotgun or the rifle, or you can just drop it and just do the 2 pistols. But I think this lends well to the loadout. So we're all really here to talk about the things that are also important to this. So I found the chest rig, everybody. It's perfect. It's laser cut, but it's the exact system that he uses. I knew it was. I knew somebody had it. And I found it. This is the exact system harness setup that Leon uses. Not to an exact science T, but it's got the laser cut on the straps here. It's got the laser cut molly on the straps here. It probably has it on the back here, and customizable laser cut molly setups here, and it rides a little bit on the center, and you can adjust it to probably go a little bit more to the sides. But this is the Leon Kennedy carrier setup. It is a lightweight setup, obviously, not heavy on the armor. I have kind of looked around. You would have to custom make it or spend a lot of money, to be totally honest, for the actual, if you want to do the upgraded armor plating on the shoulders. Otherwise, it's just like basic elbow pads and like knee pads. But for your carrier setup, this is pretty much the exact what you want to go with that matches the game closest. You can get closer by spending more money and buying name brand, big, expensive, actual things. But, if we're running it for Airsoft, we don't need nothing super special. But this Wosport one, perfect. Spot on. I just hate laser cut molly, but it is what it is for this kit. And at $40, not bad at all. So, the piece de resistance, second replica in the kit for the pistols. Yes, this is like a combo pack thing, but it's $130. Can't say no. Be warned, revolvers in the world of Airsoft run hot. So if you're going to carry this is what I tell everybody that runs CO2. Load up your cartridge, fire off a few dry shots so you exhaust a bit of gas first before you run your CO2s, because those first few ones are going to be really, really hot. And chrono it a few times. If you can customize it to make adjustments to make it less on the FPS range, please do so. But keep in mind, revolvers do a lot of times shoot hot. Do they say what this one does? This one does, according to this, it says 380. I would test that before I would believe that, because CO2 runs a bit spicy, everybody, a bit spicy. But this is pretty much exactly, the only thing about this is the barrel is a little short. In the game, it's got like another 2 inches on it. At least. It's at least, because, that looks like it's, what, I would say a 5-inch barrel, something like that. 5-inch barrel, something like that. There's another at least 2 inches in the game, maybe 3. It's a little bit longer barrel in the game, but the Choppa Rhino is pretty much like the dry across the board. That's the Requiem from Resident Evil Requiem. Cutter, I agree with you. I bet the first shot with that thing would be in the 4s. I agree with you. But that's why I put the warning with CO2, and especially with when you get into revolvers with airsoft, because they always shoot hot. Someone already has a file for the top. I kind of figured, Prime Tech. I kind of figured. I'm not the only Resident Evil super nerd out in the world. Other people just have more money or have different hobbies than me and invested it in different places. But if you're looking for a Requiem for Airsoft, everybody, from Resident Evil, the Chopper Rhino is your way to go. I actually, a lot of people like, and the thing is there's no holsters for this, so you gotta, like, that's the thing. It's kind of a pain, to find a holster for. It probably shoots really hot. I tried finding extra just to look at the price. Sent you a DM to verify. Prime Tech, the DM you sent me, I'd have to double check. I'd have to go back and look at the game. But that looks pretty close. I don't know. It kind of looks the head looks a little small, but I could be over exaggerating the size, I guess. The scale at that angle but the design of it looks pretty close. Looks pretty close. I dig that. But anyway, Requiem from Resident Evil is essentially the Chopper Rhino. Just in the game, it has a longer barrel. So if you could find a way to put a longer barrel on this thing, do it to it, Laws. But yeah, that's your Requiem right there. I'm still hunting for a holster that I think you'd end up having to get some sort of nylon holster for now, unless you know unless you make your own. But yeah, it would be mounted on your. If you're trying to match the actual aesthetic from the game, it would be mounted on your left side. So there you go. Now, I made a change to the SMG on a budgetary reason, just because I know the actual thing is a little bit more expensive, but we'll look it up. We're going to look it up. But I decided that this kit, because I saw it the other night and I just kind of dug it, I would run this for my SMG, because I'm also kind of pushing myself more towards gas blowback, if I'm being honest. And I know I can get gas blowback in the other option, which we're going to discuss the Evo. Don't worry, everybody. We're going to discuss the Evo. All the Resident Evil accuracy people are going to be like, it's an Evo. I know. But budget-wise, $230. And I already own, my 226 replica is a Raven, which is the same company as Vorsk, and I love it. Super awesome, super reliable, well-built, everything. And TM spec. Awesome. But I'm honestly, this is on my list. This is on my list of I'm probably gonna buy it. Probably gonna buy it. Yeah, $230 high-end pistol price. And the cool thing is this is set up at 0.99 joules. So for most fields, this falls under SMG. It's got an integrated Mach suppressor, M-Lock rail system. Magazines for this are around, for the long ones. Here, I have them in my list. I looked it up for you guys. Magazines for this, 48 round extended. They're $46.99. 20 round VMP magazines are $36.58. So honestly, not bad. I would probably invest in a little bit of both. because I would run the stubbies. But for 230. And here, let's run it. Select fire, gas blowback system, 48 round gas, low profile, CNC aluminum upper receiver, high impact polymer lower, top dead center VSR hop up wheel mounted flat top rail on the flat top rail. So top dead center hop up system, and it's VSR. But yeah, functional gas blowback bolt system, ambidextrous fire selector switch, configurable charging handle, which means it can be left or right. 6.03 tight bore inner barrel. Out of the box. Compatible with gas blowback M4 spec handguards, grips, and stocks, which is super awesome for, adaptability if you want to change anything out. Compatible with all VMP series magazines, front end indoor environments. Yeah, spare seal kit included for long-term serviceability. So you get an extra seal kit as well. Guys, this is why I went with this. It's a super economically great option. And it would run perfect for an SMG, for a Resident Evil style loadout. This would also be something that I easily could see being in a Resident Evil game. So, for the accuracy people, eat it. We're going to discuss in a second. This is the economics of it alone are why I chose this. Optic, forward grip, extra mags, switch the mock suppressor out for a tracer unit. Yeah, I think that little gas blowback is going on my wish list. Cutter, you're welcome. I saw it last night on the live. Airsoft GI's live, actually. Not sponsored. Yet again, not sponsored. And I saw it and I was like, I actually like that. I've never been a fan of the VMP series stuff until they started coming out with more of the rifle. I wish they had more M4 style mags, but at the same time, whatever. I actually like this. I really like this. It is going in my list for sure. It is going to be purchased. It's as I continue to transition to gas blowback. Yeah. This is honestly, it kind of sounds like a stupid idea not to. But yeah, that'll be on my wall eventually, everybody. Because I'm actually going to piece this kit together. Now, let's talk about the Evo. In the game, it's an Evo. Where are you? Here we go. As y'all see, so they like the color, like put the colors aside. Put the colors aside. $419. But in the game, it is a Scorpion Evo that they use. You can get these in gas blowback as well. They're just really expensive. I don't know actually if they've come out to market yet with the new ones. But yeah, the Evo is what it normally is ran in Resident Evil. Oh yeah, that is actually dead on, except for there's a lot of tan on the one in the game. Cutter, no, not thank you. You just cost me another $700. Okay, bro. Listen, it doesn't have to. I know you're doing the airsoft brain of what you're going to do to it after you get it. Calm down. Calm down. Doesn't have to be $700. But yes, if you're going for the actual more accurate representation of the SMG, be prepared to spend a more pretty penny. But I did kind of say the fuck it we ball route. So if you are going the complete fuck it we ball route, go ahead and pick yourself up the Evo to be more lore accurate to the game. It is pricier. Do they have a gas blowback one on here? Let's look. Let's continue to look. There's an HPA option for those of you that are HPA. Those are more longer barreled. It's a shorty boy. AEG. Does not look like GI has one. Although, I do have to say, hold on. How does that... Ah. I could get that. Yep. No, I'm pretty sure I can make that work. I could even, like, steal parts. I could get... Shit. Hold on. I saw more over here. What is this? Complete kit for high cap, mid cap? What's going on here? Hold on. What are you? Huh. Maybe. I'm getting ideas, people. But yeah, you can take like the foregrips and stuff and then adapt it onto another platform as well to kind of make it more look adaptable. But yeah, that's the one that you want to go with if you want to go exactly accurate. Me personally, I'm going the Vorsk. I'm going the Vorsk route. That's just me. Don't mind me being, I already spent a whole lot of money on a different gas blowback, so I'm trying to go a little cheaper on this one. So I'm going this route. I can get an angled foregrip on this thing to kind of give it that more Scorpion-esque look. So, yeah. I can make things work. If not, I know people with 3D printers. I bet there's something that we could come up with. But, you know what? I wonder. Just because. Let's take a look at something. And Cutter, no, I'm not going to ask you to work on this. Because if I did this, again, this would be gas blowback. They do. I see the thing. I'm looking for the specific frame that they have in the game. Because these are just like the wooden style framed M14s. Do they have the more modernized one? I'm not trying to give you PTSD, Cutter. Bear with me. And no, that's not it. It doesn't have the boxy. It still maintains the same top rail system. It's just the modern base. Is it more of the EBR? No, because it's got more of a drop to it. Doesn't have a monorail on top. That actually might, if you wanted to go the rifle route, that might be your closest option, because I'm not seeing. So in the game, it's an M14 that has a more modular, modernized frame on it, but it maintains the M14 top section without a no monorail on it, nothing like that. So this, I guess, would be your closest representation to what Resident Evil has for the M14 that I can see so far. For those of you that want to run the rifle route, because it's also got a nice long can on the front of it. But no, that's not it. Again, this is your closest. Sure, somebody out there has something closer, I'm just looking at what they have here. Again, I would be going gas blowback. Which again, this would be far more expensive. Yeah, so I think we already kind of came across our Resident Evil options. And it's more like this. Actually, this tan one. Right here. There you go. Resident Evil rifle of the advanced one. He does have a hunting rifle that he starts with when you're in the Institute. And that's like a standard VSR 10 with a wood furniture. Cutter, are you breaking down your cost of $700? Cutter, the inner barrel is already a 6.03. The only question is if it's brass or stainless steel. Bucking is probably going to get upgraded regardless. Folding stock, the folding stock can vary in price. What was your last question, Prime Tech? Let me see. Oh, yeah, I did answer. It looks like it's more accurate to the game. It's just scale is kind of hard to tell in the picture and from the game. You know, sort of difficult to I'm sure they got it. But yeah, if you wanted to run the rifle, there's that. And actually, some of you I know, there's your standard full stock 870. So here, let's do this. If you wanted to run the shotgun loadout, we're going to talk about the boom tube. Yes, we are. We're going to talk about the boom tube. And I know they have it here. So there's two different variations. I'm going to recommend the Jag Arms on both of these. That's just my preference. I know other people have their preference as well. It's not the, the super OP awesome looking ones. Never heard of this. Oh, that's a shell ejecting one for $200? And it's out of stock. Oh, what? Okay, sorry. Sidetrack. Excuse me. Excuse me. I don't like the look of that. $200? What? Okay. Anyway, oh, they don't really have exactly the right barrel combination. But I know there's the one out there. It's essentially this thing right here without the rail system. I'm sure you can run the rail system if you want, but this would be your advanced shotgun, essentially. Right? Where's the stubby? Let's go specific. I know they have it. I know they have it. If you want the starter shotgun, boom! And it's in the black. And if you want to rock the starter shotgun from Resident Evil, it's that one. So you got two shotgun variations, a VSR 10 rifle. Also, there is another option for the SMG. Of course, they're out of stock. But it's actually the full-size Uzi, like this one, but bigger. But the first SMG you pick up in Resident Evil is an Uzi, which is hilarious. So, something along these lines. So another option for SMGs. Now, let's talk about the... let me see if I can't... The starting pistol for Leon. Now, somebody said a 320... Ghost said he would it would be a 320. After looking at it, it looks more like a... It'd be easier to make it out of a high kappa. There's a custom slide. There's a custom compensator. So, it's finding the one that would probably be the closest, which would be... Actually, not gonna lie, that's pretty close. If you wanted to run the like his, I don't think he has the flared magwell on his. But the slide cuts, kind of, it just needs a compensator on it. There is it does have its own little design on the comp, but that's pretty close. That's pretty close. Let's keep looking. As much as I love the Arcturuses, the design's wrong. Slide color is wrong. Slide needs to be silver, but put a compensator on that. Maybe. Again, needs a silver slide, but this design also kind of close. Kind of close. Okay, continue on. Yes, I'm looking at... there's kind of a... yeah. Dr. Black right there. That's a good slide. I mean, you could also just do this and just build it up. Start with a basic and just build it up. Because you can easily just find the right slide yourself or custom make. But yeah, I think I've shown you pretty much it's... With a 5.1, with at least a 5.1, because it is a longer barrel. But yeah, essentially, it's a high kappa, and you can rein it in even closer by getting aftermarket slide systems, and matching it up that way. But I still say this right here, this one right here, is your closest out of the box starter. If you wanted to run what is known as the alligator snapper in the game. So, there's that. And I think I have covered pretty much the whole Leon kit. The only thing that you would pretty much be missing is like additional holster things. Holster for whatever sidearms you choose to carry. Slings for the primaries. Obviously, you guys know to run your iPro. If you want to wear a Leon wig, there's that option too to add to your kit. But small little things. Armor bits, that is optional. It is an upgrade thing in the game. You don't have to have them. As well as the Leon coat, as he starts the game with, is also an option as well. But as the kit itself, for as you see him in Raccoon City as a functional Airsoft kit, as we've ran through in this episode, I think, guys, we have done a good job of honing that in. So, any questions, comments, concerns, anything that you guys want to add? Do you think that we did a good job at covering how to piece this kit together? Let me know in the chat. I think we have pretty much covered the whole bases across the spectrum of airsoft that already exist currently, that you can put this kit together with. And as I've looked at it, I'm kind of going, oh yeah, and I could do it cheap or expensive. Yes, I know Payroon has a specific ETU for M14s. Again, I'm kind of doing the pivot to gas blowback, so I think I would even go gas blowback with that route. Um, Also, do you guys like going through the shopping? Do we like the shopping for loadouts? Do we want to do this more? Let me know in the Discord. Let me know in the community posts. Let me know in the chats. Anything, anywhere around. Because we can do polls and voting for what kit that you guys would want to put together next. And we could talk it out and go through it and shop around for them. The MCX. 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 No, it is not. Prime Tech, it is not. There is no assault rifle that I know of in Resident Evil Requiem. Mm-mm. They have the DMR battle rifle setup. They have the shotgun. They have the pistols. They have the SMG. No assault rifle. Nope. No MCX. Jason, you like shopping? I like shopping too, especially when it comes to like putting together cosplay kits. It's really fun because you got to kind of, you can spread the scope around. Some things are going to cost you a little bit more when you're trying to do accurate kits. Forewarning, guys, if you're getting into the deeper cosplay stuff, I've done this myself in the past with my Chris Redfield kit. My vest alone for my Chris Redfield kit cost me $350 fucking dollars. So you can get expensive if you want to get more accurate. So forewarning, the more anal you are about your accuracy, the more expensive these kits can get. Shopping's nice, and you get the fastest second opinions. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Prime Tech. So if we want to go forward in doing a couple more of these guys, I think what we'll do is I will discuss over some things with people in Discords. I will discuss with the tree dwellers of the regulars a little bit. We'll float some ideas around. I'll come up with a poll. And I think right now we'll try to keep things kind of a bit more grounded in reality. We'll keep the super sci-fi futuristic game idea cosplay kits for another time. Because that's where you can get really expensive. Because then you either end up getting 3D prints that you have to add on to Airsoft replicas, or you have to do heavy modification and customization. Well, I haven't gotten there yet, Prime Tech. It could be that new stuff that they're talking about. I bet it's going to be in the mercenary mode that they're going to release eventually then. That's probably where it's at. Because I know they're going to come out with a mercenary mode. I know it's coming. They already announced that they're coming out with a multiplayer mode that people are going to be excited for, which is always mercenaries. Every Resident Evil game has a mercenary mode eventually. And, yeah, MG42 Alien Smart Gun, for example, Cutter. That's an idea of where we're going to get like stupidly expensive. Because when we get into heavy customization with the kits, the money well just becomes huge. So I know it's still on your list, Cutter. But as we do these shopping kits, we're going to keep them into actually being created. And I'm going to try to stay away from bland mayo kits the blandest Mayo kits. So like Call of Duty stuff, too easy to put together. Like anything that's basic military, or special forces, or anything like super high speed, like stuff like that from video games, stupidly easy to put together. Like yeah. You just run down the well of like, oh, do I want to make this expensive or not? But yeah, Prime Tech. I'm not playing ahead of the game. I'm not playing it ahead. I've seen some things, but yeah, you son of a bitch. Go sit in the corner. But yeah, guys, we'll discuss things in the Discord. I'll put up a poll, and we'll come up with another one of these episodes to do some shopping around to build a cosplay kit for Airsoft. So, yeah, thanks, guys. I hope you had fun. I had fun, and we'll do it again sometimes. We still got to come up with another episode for the Council of Airsoft Dudes, which will be coming up. I don't know when. I'm still working that out, and I'm still catching up on editing videos and whatnot, which I'm working on. So, everybody stay tuned to watch new things coming up. Keep that subscriber count growing. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Hit the bell icon for future videos coming out. Join me on Monday for the next episode of Resident Evil. And also, if you haven't joined the Discord already, please click the link in the pinned comment down below or the link in the description of the video. Join me over there at Task Force Shrubbery. I will be hanging out in Coffee Talk after this. And, yeah. Until next time, guys, like I always say, never ever forget your battle cry. Nee!